Hey friends, welcome to my channel and welcome to my craft room. Today we're sewing. I'm going to make something. I remember these. I've told a couple people that I'm making them and they remember them too, and they're awesome. So these are super simple to make, and what I'm doing here is, you know those little purse size tissues that you can get, they're like little Kleenex, and they're the little pocket size ones. We always used to carry these in our purse or our pocket, and there was always like a neat little pouch that went over them, and I'm making those. So see, here's one right here. I made this for my friend. You can see the pattern. It's probably backwards, but it's all like about a little dog. Inside, the pattern inside has little dogs on it. It's super cute. But I made this for a friend of mine, and then I thought, I'm going to make a bunch of these for people, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So what I have here, I've got you on my little tripod, and I'm going to try to just do this straight through without doing little short videos. So I'm just kind of move you around, and I hope that works. So we'll see. Anyway, you can buy these packages like this at, like at Walmart, stores like that. You can get those. So there is 8 in a package. So you can buy a package of those, and it's super simple to make these, and I'll show you what they're, just straight lines, not even anything fancy. But I have all this fabric that back in the beginning of COVID, I was making a bunch of different masks, and then I've collected all these different fabrics. So I have all these fabrics. The beautiful thing is you can make several of these out of one fat quarter of fabric. And so you can buy these little sets of fabric, and they're all coordinating, and that's kind of fun. These were like some of the little animal print ones. That's cute. Anyway, so what you do is you cut 2 pieces of coordinating fabric, or you can use the same pattern. It doesn't have to be 2 different patterns. And these are 6 inches. I'll use this one. 6 inches here by 7.5. So you just need a little rectangle, 6 inches by 7.5. You take your 2 pieces of fabric and put them face to face, facing each other, and now you just want to stitch down the 6-inch ends. So I'm going to bring you down. I'm going to let you, I'm going to try to bend this down so you can watch me. So this is a time for me to put my glasses on. Can't see without them doing stuff like this. All right, so we're going to do it a quick stitch. Here you are. Come on over here. See how it's going. Look down. Okay. Straight stitch, here we go. This is going to be simple. Hold on, I got that caught right there. My little thread's caught. There we are. All right, straight down. You don't really need to knot it because you're going to fold and do another seam, so no worries. So there's one end. Now remember, this is the 6-inch end that you're going to sew right here. There we are. And these are like cold and flu season. These are awesome. Carry some little tissues with you. And the reason you do that is because those little tissues are in plastic, and it's got a little opening. And I don't know a single person that has a super clean bottom of the inside of their purse. And this will keep your little tissues from getting all kinds of icky on them. Getting them all like cluttery stuff from the bottom of your purse in the packets. Okay, so see how that's stitched? Now we're going to turn it right side out, and then I'm going to do a little irony. And I have rickrack. I have all different colors of rickrack that I'm going to use because I'm going to make several of these. So I'm a little iron, and now we're going to iron this flat. And then you can do, if you have a decorative stitch that you like, you can use that. Or I'm using rickrack on my little things. This is fun. I was just talking to one of my subscribers, Cindy Big Horse. I was chatting with her. Hi, Cindy. This is what I was cutting my fabric for when I was talking to you. Anyway, we were talking about preserving food and all the things that are going on in our communities, and with COVID and the changes that have had to happen. Not fun, but hopefully we'll get things back to normal. Okay, so there it is, my little fabric. Now what I'm going to do is take some rickrack. Now I've decided that I want this to be my outside. You see how this little rickrack is going to go along the front? I want to show you one because of the first one I thought I would have 2 pieces of rickrack. Number one, you can see I didn't line this up square. Number two, I have that second piece of rickrack in there, and it just makes it awkward to try to get in and out. You catch on there. So I'm not going to do it that way. So I've got my little iron here. I'm going to take a simple piece of rickrack, and I'm going to go make it just a wee bit longer so that if it slips or something, it'll be fine. Now, there we go. Now what you can do is when you sew this rickrack on, in order to make it work right, so that you're not sewing it so that it's too far over like that, you want this top edge to meet just inside of those little edges. So I'm going to, you can pin it. I usually just clip it. So let's give it a little clip. And then I found out another thing. I found out that we can do these little 1-minute videos called shorts. And I think there's a couple of times I've thought about doing something and I thought, oh, well, that's not going to be long enough to be a real video. So I might do a few of those too. That might be fun. All right. So see how that's stitched on there? See there? Now come over here with me and we will stitch it on. Okay. I'll take this one off. Get that lined up. Go right down the middle of that rack and you'll get it sewed on just right. These are really quick, and I'll tell you what, people love them. It's just like one of those quick little things that you can make. Super easy little gift. And men, you can make these for men too. There's guys that will keep this in their car or even in their back pocket or something, but it just keeps your tissue clean, really, is the deal. And so that's a nice thing. Okay, so see, my rickrack is on. Now, come back over here. I hope you're not getting dizzy with me moving my camera around. Okay, I'm going to trim those off so that they match. Bink, bink, right there and right there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn it. So, if you want your little tissue pouch to be like with, this is the outside, and this is how I'm making it, because I'm making this little pink one for my friend's mom. Her favorite color is pink, I asked. So you want to have these in kind of the center. So what I do is I fold the pouch in half, and I do a quick little iron to kind of make a little seam right there. This is my little mini iron. I love this thing. I love this for, oops, for stitching, using up my little table. It's the best. Okay, now I'm going to take this side. Let me tilt you down a little bit. There you go. I'm going to take this side and put it just slightly over the middle, and this slide just slightly over the middle. So that's the way I want it to turn out. So I'm going to have to sew these edges. But in order for these edges not to be out and be raw, they need to be inside. You're going to turn it inside out. That way it's kind of freaky. And you got to have the rickrack part first and put that in just past the little the little middle mark, and then this one just past the little middle mark, and there you go. I'm gonna just clip that to hold it right there. And when I do this also, I want you to notice that where these two join, I'm actually gonna do a little back stitch over there, because that's where the pressure is going to be when you're going in and out for your tissue. So here we are. I'm going to go along here. This one I am going to do a little locking stitch or a knot stitch. Now there I am at the center. I'm going to back up, give it a little extra oomph in the stitch there. Do a locking stitch. And then cut that. Perfect. See how that is? And then we're going to lay this out here. We'll go here. A little locking stitch. So you can see I'm not even cutting this video. I'm doing this video entirely from beginning to end. So you can see, other than cutting the fabric out, how quickly you can make these things. Okay, now let's come back over here and I will show you what we're going to do next. Now, we're going to take this edge. You can treat it, you could do it with a little of the fray check, which will help it from raveling if you want. I like to just trim it off. The reason I like to trim it with some pinking shears is because you don't get those little random threads, loose threads inside of it. So I like to give it a little trim with pinking shears. And then we're going to turn it right side out. So I also like to snip the corner ever so slightly. That will relieve a little of the bulk in the corner. You don't want to clip your stitches, obviously, but you want to give it a little clip. All right, believe it or not, we're done. That's it. We're going to turn this right side out. I have a little poker. You can use a chopstick. You could use, you know, a pen, whatever, and poke the corners out. Look at this. So cute. And you could do a little loop, like a little rick-rack loop out the end. I was going to try that, but I forgot. All right. So you could put a little loop out there so that someone could maybe hang it on their keys. The way you would do that is when you make a little loop and you would stick it inside when you're doing your stitches, and then that way when it turns out it would be a little loop that way. Let me give this a quick iron. I'm going to press that nice and flat. Let me get you over here where you can see what I'm doing. Tilt you down. There you go. And now, here we are. So I have cut a bunch of these to do. Okay. Let me get my piece of my tissue. There's a little seal that you open and you can pull them straight out. And that is going to go right in there like that. And there you have it, a little tissue purse pack. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So sweet. Now I've got all these ready to go. Look at this. I've got another one to make like that. Oh, this is fun. I got rick-rack that actually is variegated and it goes through all the different colors. And that one is going to be the edge of this. This will be a fun pattern to use with that one. See, look at there. Isn't that cute? Gonna do that one. I've got a friend that loves cherry prints. It's kind of like, isn't that fun? And I've got the green rick-rack to go with that. I've got this pretty blue. I think I'm going to make this for my daughter. So if you're watching, you'll see this. But isn't that fun? That's going to be pretty. So those are fun to do. Look at that. I made this entire one, other than the cutting of the fabric, but I made the whole thing in 12 minutes and 44 seconds. Isn't that sweet? I'm going to give that to my friend for her mom. She can reach in there and get her little tissues out, keep her purse nice. And that was a quick and easy craft. And I've got another one for you later. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to teach you how to wrap a gift in a toilet paper roll. So that's coming up. But anyway, I enjoy that you guys are watching, and I appreciate you subscribing. And if you like, hit the like button, hit the bell button, do all the things. And thanks for watching.